Yep, and Miami drops a big one. All right, and welcome back to Phins Football Podcast. This is B Trill. I want to say this is a very special episode. This is episode 26 of Phins Football Podcast. Uh, some different things. I have new equipment. I went in Black Friday shopping and got myself a new computer. So with that, I have to get some adapters for my mic. With that, I'm trying out the webcam to see if I still need the DSLR. Right now, it looks decent. I want to see what happens once I upload everything, how crisp it actually looks. So, everybody, right now, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and a like. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new to the channel or have not subscribed yet. I want to make sure you get the latest updates, news, breakdowns, and recaps. So, I do want to apologize. It has been a while since I got a video out. This is probably because I have been switching over equipment. I've been testing out some new things, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in the new thumbnail. So I did play around with some new photo editing. So take a look at hopefully I'll get some thumbnails up whenever I get some videos out, and they'll add to subscribers and likes and get my name out there. So, um, with this is the recap of week 13. So, Miami, we dropped the ball. We had the chance to kill two narratives, a chance to make an impact on everything, on our season, on our playoff hopes, on the narratives, on the future, and we just can't do it in prime time. We showed on Thanksgiving that we were not thankful for the roster we have. We're not winning. We're not doing what we need to do. So I'm going to recap a few things. I'm going to go over game notes, stats, standings. I'm going to go over all the new stuff that's what we got to look forward to. What's the rest of the schedule look like? Did we get help this weekend? Not at all. The worst that could happen happened. So every team we needed to lose won, and we of course lost. I'm gonna go over the biggest issues in the game. But yeah, let's dive in. Green Bay Packers. The score looks a lot better than how it actually was during the game. It ended 30-17. I think at one point they're up. They were just up. I'll be first to admit I started to fall asleep. Too much turkey, not enough faith in the team. I dozed off for a drive. I had to recap and look at my phone and see what happened. So, man, it was disappointing. Very, 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 very disappointing. We lost 30-17. Um, I'm going to dive in actually to stats first since I have it up. Tua. Tua played decent. Tua played enough for the stat line. Tua didn't play enough for the win. There was a lot of throws, especially early on in the first half. He was missing. He was hitting the wrong reads or overthrowing, but then again, we can't always say everything's on Tua. It could be someone running the wrong route, someone slipping because of the conditions, someone taking a in cut at 7 yards instead of five like they should. So there's a lot that goes into every throw, every play. Um, but again, Tua did just enough for the stat line. 37 of 46, 365 yards, 7.9 average, 2 touchdown, and a quarterback rating of 114.2. So again, he played a good game. He did have 5 sacks. That's one thing we're going to talk about. So 5 sacks for 29 yards loss. That's huge, especially at the times that we took the sacks, big third down plays, and we just weren't converting. Or it was early on and just set us back. No matter what, a sack is just a huge, huge, huge negative play. Our running game, as a team, 14 rushes, 39 yards, 2.8 average. You're not going to win games like that. Mostert went 5 carries, 19 yards, 3.8 average. Achan, 7 carries, 14 yards, 2.2 yard average. Tua, 2 for 6. Mostert, again, 19 yards, 12 was his long, meaning he had 4 carries for 7 yards. Achan, 13 was his long, meaning he had 6 carries for 1 yard. Jalen Wright didn't get a carry. I think in the snow games, you need to lean on a bruiser. I understand he had that fumble last game and that bad exchange, and the weather might cause more issues, but give the rookie some playing time, especially when we're losing this bad. Who knows? Maybe we get a spark. One of the best players of the game for Miami, Jonnu Smith. He had 11 targets, 10 catches, 113 yards receiving, 11.3 average, 16 was his long. Tyreek Hill did have that 1 touchdown, 6 catches, 83 yards on 9 targets, and the touchdown, 30 was his long. Achan had 8 catches, 56 yards, 0.7 was his, 7 was his average, and he also had a touchdown. 14 was his long. Waddle, he had 4 catches, 53 yards, 13.3 average. Waddle, we need like 80 out of you. 50, decent. Better than how you were playing. That 144, great. Wish we can get that a lot. But Mostert, 2 for 15. Ingold, 2 for 15. Beckham, 1 for 9. Smythe, 1 for 8. Malik Washington, 2 for 8. Julian Hill, 1 for 5. Just, it was a heartbreaking game to watch. Again, I'll go over some game notes in a little bit, but it's tough when when the narratives are just so right. I'll say it now. We beat 3 teams in a row, 3 below average teams, and everybody's on the high horse. Oh, Miami's back, Tua's back. Oh, we're looking good. And then we go and pull that. It looked terrible. We didn't look like a playoff team. We don't look like we're ready to win half of our games remaining. We got ran all over, and we just could not tackle. 20 missed tackles. 20. 2-0. That is just... You're not going to win games. It doesn't matter how good your offense is, which we weren't. But 20 missed tackles. What was it? 130. All right, guys, welcome back. Technical difficulties, still learning the equipment. I must have hit something when I wasn't paying attention, but I stopped the broadcast. Well, not broadcast, I'm just recording a video. Again, testing out the webcam, testing out the mic check 1 2. So we'll see how that works. I gotta adapter coming on Sunday. So who knows? Maybe the preview video for next week will have the same thing. But what I was saying is 20 missed tackles led to 132. 132 of their 388 yards. More than a third. That's we're just giving away yards. So it was what 24-0 at half. Miami played terrible. And again, like I said, the rest of the season we need help. Right now we are in the ninth seed again. So let me go back. Excuse me. So we are in the ninth seed again. And the reason of that is because the Colts won. Who else won? Oh, Denver won. Oh, who else won? The Texans won. Um, you know who lost? The Ravens. So that means it is locked up at 8-5 between pretty much four teams. We have Houston 8-5. Ravens 8-5, Denver 8-5. Chargers still have to go on a bye. They're 8-4, but then we still have the Colts ahead of us by one game, and Denver is ahead of us by 2.5. We need help. We need them to start losing, and we need to start winning. Um, as of right now, I think we're top 15. I think we're at like 11. I think we're 11th draft pick right now. I hate to say it, but if we're not going to make the playoffs, I'd rather get a higher draft pick. And at this point, I think we have a 10% chance to make the playoffs. I don't think that's a good chance. So again, we need help. We need to win out. Um, yeah, missed tackles, yards after carry to uh it's just it's heartbreaking when your team is not winning. I try to stay positive. Looking into the future, our next upcoming games, we have the Jets in Miami. We're at Houston. Then we're home to 49ers. And then we're at Cleveland, at Jets to finish it off. Again, those might be two snow games. So, of course, 49ers, they're injury plagued. Texans, they're back to winning. They're getting healthier. Nico Collins is back. He's getting touchdowns. He's on my fantasy. But there's a chance we could lose them all. There's a chance we could win them all. It just depends on what team shows up. Some other things I want to talk about: the spotlight and the hot seat of Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer. So, of course, playoff chances look slim. With that, that would show what, 3 years, no playoff wins. You went twice, but guess what? Brian Flores also took us there. We haven't won a playoff game. We have the rosters. Well, correction. With those 5 sacks, our offensive line is hot garbage. So again, the guard play. Brewer has been playing phenomenal, honestly. Unfortunately, Austin Jackson got injured for the year, but Trent Armstead, he's off and on with injuries, but he's been playing lights out. It's the guard play. We're letting up sacks through the guard play. I don't know what's going to happen with Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel. Um, I like Mike. He is a fun guy. He is a player's coach. Is he a winner? He's a schemer. I love his read options and his motions and everything. Like, I love that he can cause chaos for the other team. But I hear a lot of people talk, oh, he's shivering on the sidelines, not setting a good example as a leader. Who cares if he's cold? I want to know if he's going to win. I understand, like, that might come off as us being soft, but I don't know. I had faith in this team. I think that Tua's a great quarterback. I think that Tyreek and Jalen Waddle can be a good 1-2 combo. I think that Jonnu Smith is a great addition. Um, our running game is young with Jalen Wright and Achan. We just need to work on that offensive line. And then that offense should be clicking more. Um, every team has their weakness. Every team has things to work on. Um, I'm hoping that if not this year, next year, we put the pieces together. We just re signed and locked up a lot of people. So let's work on that offensive line. Let's work on that defense. We just can't continue these losses. I'm gonna wrap it up with I guess part two. Didn't plan on doing two parts, but thank you as always for tuning in. Stay updated for all the new equipment that's going on, all the changes. Please let me know how you like the audio, video. If it's good, maybe I'll leave it. But I kind of do want to go back to using my mic. Maybe I'll go back to using my DSLR and just use this video editing equipment on. I got a new laptop. So I got a 2-in-1 computer, but I'll fill you in on that a little bit later. I still have to come out with a preview coming up soon for week 14. But we will be going against the New York Jets. Their team is just they're in a worse state than we are. So let's be blessed for what we have. But again, we're kind of just caught in the middle as we have been for years. So again, thank you, thank you. Give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. And as always, thank you. And fins up, family.